Hello, welcome to Casual Veteran Gamer, and in the video today I've got a thematic sorcerer build for you. So we have Stavorm here, so a bit of background for her. Stavorm has never known her real parents. She is a foundling in Baldur's Gate, and she was left in one of the streets that's brimming with gnomish artificers. She was found at night during a raging storm, but it said even the image of Talos himself could be seen in the clouds. Talos is the god of storms. She grew up by being taught her craft by the gnomes in a small workshop on the street, nothing particularly special about it. And she found that she had an affinity for electrical energy. And she's always felt comforted by storms in the summer, thunderstorms rolling across the plains outside Baldur's Gate. She's also had her fair share of accidents, which could perhaps be caused and attributed to the wild magic within her. So when the Northlord came, she was one of the many victims chosen to be infected, and this is where we find her. So up next I'll quickly show you the character creation screen. This is Stavorm. She is a drow half-elf sorcerer with a wild magic subclass. We can see on the screen most of what we need to see. Her ability points, strength of 10, just average, slightly dexterous and constitutional, intelligence at 12. She's been working with the gnomes. She's, she's learned a thing or two. Wisdom just average and very charismatic. She always loves speaking to the customers coming in. Proficiencies, she's got insight and persuasion from being a guild artisan, and arcana because she has been tinkering with items for quite a while, and deception she's good at, occasionally having to sell some maybe sub-quality goods. As for her spells, the theme is basically things that are blue or linked to thunderstorms. So she's got Mage Hand, that could have been helping out with her job growing up. Shock and Grasp because, well, it's all about being part of a storm. And Rear Frost because it's blue, as well as Minor Illusion. And then for her level 1 spells, Witchbolt and Thunderwave, I think those are two self-explanatory choice of spells, considering we've got Lightning and Thunder there. She will also have Dancing Lights from being a Drow half-elf. And for her stats, for her race, she picked Dexterity, Constitution. They were Dancing Lights cantrip, which is nice because it's also blue. And Storms produce light at times. As for her appearance, if you care, head 4, skin colour is Married, tone 3. Her eyes are Elf Blue 1, hairstyle 21. No tattoo, no facial hair, makeup style 7 with the aqua colour. I've chosen wild magic because my previous sorcerer video builds, no, only sorcerer build before this was Draconic Ancestry, and I didn't want to go with the same subclass twice basically. So yeah, let's get into it. One of the main holes or gaps in her build you might be able to notice already, is a lack of armor class. Her armor class is only going to be 12, but we're going to find a couple of ways around that. Maybe not always, maybe not permanently. We're also going to have to keep her out of danger. One way Stavorm will get around having a low armor class is by using Scrolls of Mage Armor. This is actually in the very first room, so she'll have one from the beginning. I would avoid using it on the Nautiloid. Stavorm is pretty confident in using the Tides of Chaos. At the first, even small, opportune moment, she'll not be afraid to use it. So we're going to have to watch out for what happens. In this first fight, don't forget to pick up the light crossbow on the imp. One of the imps has one, and as a sorcerer, you can always equip a light crossbow and have proficiency, which is quite nice. And when her life is in danger, Stavorm is not worried about unleashing the fury of the storm. Now, normally a storm consists of some rain and some lightning. So now Commander Zulk is in real trouble, as lightning bolt after lightning bolt is going to rain down on him. And so Stavorm falls to the beach, ready to level up. At level 2, every sorcerer gets a choice of 2 meta magic features and 1 new spell. And trying to stick with the theme of lightning strikes and storms, definitely going to pick Twin Spell. I've seen like bolts of lightning coming out in quick succession, and then probably going to pick Distant Spell. Storms are big, lightning goes a long way, so I'll leave these 2 as they are. And actually, Chromatic Orb is quite good. One, it's just quite a good spell, but secondly, we also can get thunder and lightning damage from it, so I am actually going to pick that. I didn't need to change anything there, that was nice. And so Stavorm is going to have quite the friendship with Shadowheart, since Shadowheart can create the rain, and Stavorm can bring the lightning. And bring the wild magic. Brilliant. Alright, activate Witchbolt, and this will be a dead insect devourer. Oh, maybe not. That was just a bit unlucky, wasn't it? Rolled a 1 on the damage. Oops. And I've got to say that wild magic enchant weapons is probably one of the stronger wild magic surges we can have. Shadowheart here, not traditionally particularly good with melee weapons, can now get automatic critical hits. Whack! 17 damage. Seems like the condition goes after 1 hit, but it's good for 1 hit, and took out this intellect devourer with no problem. Stavorm has had a discussion with Gale, and it's been decided that for the good of the party and for the good of everyone, he'll cast Mage Armor on her and himself, and he can then recover the spell slots. And he could even be sent back to camp right now, and she'll have Mage Armor for the day. The storm continues. The orbs of lightning flying out. And sometimes Stavorm will twin Mage Armor using a scroll for herself and Gale. At level 3, we get to choose a new meta magic feature. I think Stavorm is going to go for Quickened Spell. The speed of lightning and the number of strikes per second can be very, very high, so I think that's quite fitting. As for spells, we now get access to level 2 spells, and I think this, at level 3, nice and obvious. Going to get Shatter, considering it is thunder damage. You can think of that as being when the lightning strikes, the thunder damage comes out. And this is why she took Shatter. The one absolutely essential item for this build is held by Aaron the Trader in the Druid's Grove. And what he has is Rain Dancer. So we don't have to rely on Shadowheart to give us create water. We don't have to rely on any Druid or any other class. Stavorm can create the whole storm by herself. Now there aren't really any other completely essential items, so I might not go through too many more items in this video, because a lot of the items that are suitable for a wizard are often based on fire magic. The gloves of flint and steel, the circlet of fire, the ring of fire. As for the necklace, maybe you could pick up the sapphire spark. It doesn't really fit the theme very well though. And I'd rather give the amulet of Misty Step to Lae'zel, and she can take Misty Step herself. So what this does, we equip the staff, and then once per short rest, which is almost once per battle. If you could probably do this once per battle, basically. We can create water. We can't destroy water. All that can be done is to create it. And once she has enough sorcery points, she'll be able to create some water, create the rain, maybe using the Quicken spell, and then after that she'll be able to cast whatever appropriate and thematic spell she wants. I've almost heard of Volo, and when she sees him in the Druid camp, she gets her friend Shadowheart to go and get his particularly famous Ursat side. She wants to look at it. You know, she is a tinkerer of sorts. She likes to see these things. So Stavorm does end up using the eye, and while she is more charismatic, she has lost a bit of her intelligence. She's not too happy about that, but the charisma pretty much makes up for it, I would say. Now, these harpies think they are safe up here. Stavorm has something to say about that. It's going to quicken, create water. Probably only get one of them wet, maybe both. Both of them are now wet. And then, with Tides of Chaos on, and with Bless, she will be taking her revenge on these harpies. Ooh, one of them is just outside apparently, didn't get electrocuted. So the lightning can strike again and again. Each time doing at least a half decent amount of damage there. So here, lightning is struck 3 times in the same place. Finishing off that harpy. Now, I wasn't recording, I got Stavorm to use Shatter, did 20 damage, which is pretty good, but the Tides of Chaos did not help, we lost it, and in the process, a Mad Mephit was summoned. Get it away. So here is Stavorm at level 4, and she gets a choice of a new cantrip. Now, I would love to take Friends, but I'm going to try and stick with the theme, as much as it pains me. Let me give her Light. I know she's got Dancing Lights already, but it's a blue spell. That's what I'm going for mostly. And then for the new spell, I think Misty Step is passable. We've got a few blue spells, but I think that, you know, lightning is fast, transporting electrical current from one place to another in a fraction of a second kind of fits the theme, and is a good spell. So it's easy to convince myself. Then for the feat, simplest and quite effective one is to go for Charisma, because that increases the spell save DCs and attack rolls and all that good stuff. But it's not the only option. Lightly armored would be okay. That makes up for the lack of constant armor and not having to rely on Gale. We could take almost any magic initiate, because we could get, okay, there's only one blue cantrip here. Thaumaturgy would go quite well, Guidance would work, and then for spells, well, create or destroy water, that fits the theme as well. Similar thing for Druid, magic initiate Druid, maybe Guidance, well, Produce Flame is blue here, I'm not really sure it should be though, I think it should be red. And then for spells, similar to before, create or destroy water. Maybe Longstrider, just going with the whole speed thing there. Magic Initiate Sorcerer, I want even more cantrips, but we've run out of thematic cantrips. In which case I probably would pick Friends and maybe, I don't know, Blade Ward or Acid Splash. Then for spells, maybe you could pick up Mage Armor. Otherwise, Featherfall, like falling from the sky. Expeditious Retreat, also, again just to do with speed. Magic Initiate Warlock, basically just to go for Hex, not thematic at all. Maybe pick up Eldritch Blast. Eldritch Blast isn't as good on a Sorcerer as a Warlock. Force damage is good, it's not resisted so much. However, apart from that, you may as well just go for Firebolt. And then for spells, we've already got Witch Bolt. A Hex would be good. And maybe going for the theme of Expeditious Retreats and Magic Initiate Wizards. Ooh, again, we've got most of the cantrips already now. And we run out of thematic cantrips again if you're going to pick Magic Initiate Wizards. Maybe Friends and Firebolt, Friends and Acid Splash. And for spells, maybe pick up Longstrider since Sorcerers cannot get it. Featherfall again, or Expeditious Retreat if you're trying to go for the theme. Or even Jump. If you're not worried about following a theme, then actually I would switch out, maybe pick Chromatic. Oh no, we're using Intelligence as the casting modifier. If you're not going with the theme, Fog Cloud, it's foggy. Yeah, Fog Cloud maybe, like the clouds in the sky. Although it's not blue, sadly. Find Familiar, it's quite good. I probably wouldn't pick anything else, but I am going to go with the simple one. Charisma +2, because also it keeps the theme quite well. I don't have to break the theme. Also at level 4, we get 1 extra sorcery point, which means if you want to use up all your sorcery points in one go, we can quicken Create Water. And then win either Chromatic or Lightning, or Thunder, or win Witch Bolt. Let's turn on Tides of Chaos. Let's turn Witch Bolt. 2 lightning strikes at once, eh? So who are we going to go for? Well, can I see these two easily enough? Wait, what's this? Switch positions with the target each time you cast a spell or cantrip. Wow, look at that. Isn't that going to be useful? So now, this is quite rare. I can try and think about where I want to put my enemies. I'm not going to try and use it on that Gnoll Hunter because then she'd get electrocuted. That would be bad. I'll try and create some space. And so now, this Gnoll has gone to attack Gale. We should hopefully, there we are, switch places. It's pretty cool. And never give up the chance when she's on high, looking down at these mere hyenas down below to produce some thunder. And create a fog cloud, which is a bit like a thunderstorm. Looks a bit like a thunderclouds. And if there is a particular enemy, single enemy you don't like, twin Chromatic Orb, level 1 or level 2. But level 2 will take an extra sorcery point. I've turned on Tides of Chaos, give her advantage. And we can actually throw both at an enemy. Unfortunately, did 6 damage on 3d8 and missed the other one, even though it was like a 96% chance to hit. Oh well, we'll survive, we'll survive. Also, just a quick reminder about Shocking Grasp is that although it doesn't show us in the bar on the left-hand side, we do have advantage against targets in metal armor. In fact, if I aim with Rare Frost, it's 80%. It's an 80% chance. With Shocking Grasp, it's 96. It does give this in the description. Oh, critical hit. That's nice. At the bottom there, you have advantage when using the spell on creatures wearing metal armor. So you can run in and run away, or use it to try and get away. If Stavorm finds herself down below, we've got Trin up there, who's got the high ground. It's just 2 options. 1, use a spell that doesn't have an attack roll, a saving throw instead. Secondly, you could use Misty Step to kind of switch it around. Whoa. And a Wild Magic Surge at the start of each turn, trigger a random magical effect. The Surge of all surges. Anyway, we've still got our action. Maybe we'll go for a simple at level 2. Thunder Orb. Oh, look at that, just enough damage. And there are going to be a whole bunch of surges coming out now. So I might just try and keep her in safety. Just away from everyone. Oh, got a Magma Method now. Each spell you cast restores sorcery points equal to its spell slot level. Sweet. So now cast this. Oh, again a bonus action. You can use a bonus action to teleport. Well, that saves on Misty Step. And then maybe I'll unlock a level 2 spell slot instead. Oh no, Lizelle doesn't want to help. Back. Lizelle wants to die apparently. Oh, and another Magma Method. Things are going downhill. What are we going to do? Try this again. Actually, no. No. We're going to put out the flames. First of all. So we have resistance to any fire damage. Maybe we'll create some sorcery points. Just level 1 sorcery. Lazelle's going to heal herself because she's getting pretty beaten up here. I do have some other characters ready and waiting. Yeah, what have we got this time? Enchant Weapon. That's actually not so bad because now I just want to double check she's got the enchant weapon thing or not. It doesn't look like she does. Oh well. But because she casts jump. And now, hoping that this is going to be the end. There we are. Whoops, the daisy. Blowing up Lazel. Okay, let's go help her up, shall we? And I think that was the last wild magic surge. So yes, Stavorm is going to have some interesting battles every now and again with these wild magic surges. They are very unpredictable, and she will be trying to use the Tides of Chaos as much as possible, so as soon as you take a short rest, make sure you turn it back on. So let me know what you think of Stavorm. Do you like her theme? Obviously it's not the most optimal build, although she does have 20 in Charisma, which can't be sniffed at. What choices would you make for her at level 4? Would you change different spells? Would you take different meta magics? Thank you very much for watching. If you made it this far, please consider subscribing, and hopefully I shall see you in the next one.